Hi, this is Tammy Metzler. Thank you so much for stopping by. I wanted to talk to you today about how you can come up with a really juicy topic for your list building freebie. This is a challenge that many business owners have. They know that they need to build their list, they know that they need to generate leads, but they just don't know how, and they're not sure how to come up with a topic that is compelling and interesting for their target market. So I'm going to share with you a few different options, actually 3 different options for you to consider when you're creating your list building freebie. So the first one is to identify their challenges. And so you really want to think about the problems and the pains that your clients, the people you're trying to reach, that they're experiencing right now. And a lot of times what business owners tend to do is focus too much on the solution without getting people there. So you may have noticed this in your business, that sometimes people will come to you with a problem and they're not necessarily thinking that your solution is what they're looking for when it is. And I'm going to give you an example of that. A couple of years ago, I was in a minor car accident, and a few months later started having some back pains. So I went to my doctor first, and they recommended that I see a chiropractor. So I went to see a chiropractor for my back pain, right? Found out that it was actually because my hips were out of alignment, and that was causing me to, one of my legs was actually about, I think, half an inch longer than the other one because of this. So I was walking funny, and it's not like I even noticed it or you could see it, but it was just enough to where it was causing issues in my back. And so it stemmed from the hip area, but I would have never thought about that. So if she had tried some kind of marketing, knowing that, maybe this is a common ailment that people experience after a car accident, it's not saying it is, but let's just say hypothetically that this is something that happens to a lot of people after car accidents. Well, if they're experiencing the pain in their back and you're trying to market to a hip trouble, they're not going to respond because the pain isn't in their hips. And this is what a lot of business owners do. They try to speak to what they know is the challenge and not necessarily what their clients are actually experiencing. So you really need to think about that from your client's point of view. What challenges are they feeling in their life right now? What pains are they experiencing? Okay, so you need to ask yourself, what problems or challenges are my clients experiencing right now? So that's the first option. You can approach it from this vantage point of looking at their challenges. The second option is to look at their goals. Where do they want to be? What do they want? What do they want to achieve? So depending on what it is that you do, there could be a lot of different goals that they want to achieve. And of course, each client is going to be a little bit different, but you can't tell me that there's not going to be some similarities there. I believe the average amount of weight that people are wanting to lose here in the U.S., and I'm not an expert in this area, so I'm sorry if I'm getting this wrong, but I believe it's 20 to 30 pounds is what people, especially in the United States, are wanting to lose on average. So maybe their goal, if you're starting a promotion early in the year, is to lose 20 pounds by swimsuit season. And so maybe that's kind of what they're thinking of, and that's what you need to focus on. And it can be as simple as that. As simple as a report, how to lose 20 pounds before swimsuit season, and it doesn't have to be complicated. You just have to find that trigger of what is it that your clients really want. What are they looking for? Maybe it's money related. Maybe they want to cross 6 figures, which means they're making just over $8,000 a month. So maybe that's a goal that a lot of your clients have. Maybe they want to work less. Maybe you are coaching work-at-home moms, and you want to teach them how to be more productive so they can spend more time with their children. Then their goal is going to be working less so that they can have more time with their kids. There's all kinds of different goals that they may have, so you want to focus in on one of the major ones, and you may try out a couple different ones and just see what gets their attention. Okay, so that's the second thing. You want to ask yourself, what goals do my clients have? And make a list. List out as many as you can think of. Maybe talk to a couple of clients that you have, or a couple of prospects, or people who are in your target market, and ask them, what are you shooting for? What are you moving for right now? And not necessarily from a vantage point of trying to sell them something, but just trying to get information and letting them know, I'm really trying to learn my target market a little bit better, get to know what it is that they're needing right now. Okay, so that's the second option. The third option is to look at your own journey. So a lot of business owners, especially if you're not quite at the point that you want to be in your business or in your life or whatever it is that you're coaching on or teaching on or helping people with, you kind of feel like you're not there yet and that you can't help at all. So if you're not, if you don't have everything 100% figured out, which, let's be honest, I don't know who does, then you think that, well, gosh, I have nothing to share. Who's going to listen to me? Well, that's not true. There's a saying, I don't know if you've heard it, but it's, to every third grader, a fourth grader is a god, right? So that just means that third graders are looking up to fourth graders because they're older and they're cooler and just all of these things. And it's not like the fourth graders have it all figured out. They're just a year ahead. So if you think of it in those terms, then you could take a look back at where you were 6 months ago, a year ago, 5 years ago, whatever the case might be for you, and look at how far you've come. Look at what you have achieved. Look at what you've struggled with over the years. Just look at your journey. And if you look at where you have gone and what you learned and what your trials and errors were, chances are other people in your situation are in that same boat, and you have information that can help them. Okay, so that's the third option, to ask yourself, how have I achieved in a way that can help my target market get ahead themselves? What have I done that can help people that I'm trying to serve? You're going to find something. And again, I encourage you to make a list. Make a list of everything you've accomplished. I don't care how big or how small it is. Maybe you've published an article. Maybe you've booked a paid speaking gig. Maybe you've gotten clients. Maybe you've replaced your corporate income. All these things. Maybe you just are able to work from home and be your own boss. You want to look at what you've accomplished that other people may want to accomplish, and then share your journey and share a couple things that helped you get there. So those are a few ideas for you to come up with the topic for your free giveaway. And over the next few weeks, I'm going to be sharing a few other videos and some more training to help you in this area and to help you with lead generation and building relationships with your leads and your prospective clients. So if you want that information, please fill your name and email address into the opt-in form below. Just type it in, hit submit, and then you'll be entered. You'll get all of the information on upcoming videos and trainings, so that you make sure that you don't miss it. So be sure to put your name and email address in the form below, or visit rightassociate.com/list-building-freebies to find out how you can sign up for those updates. Thank you so much, and if you have any questions, please contact me. I can be reached at support@rightassociate.com. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you soon.